Have you ever heard of a place where time seems to stand still? Imagine an island where modern technology doesn't exist, and the people have lived in isolation for thousands of years. Welcome to North Sentinel Island, one of the most mysterious and secluded places on Earth. Brief introduction. North Sentinel Island is a part of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal, India. This island is home to the Sentinelese, a tribe that has remained untouched by modern civilization and has fiercely protected their way of life from outside influences. In this video, we'll dive into the intriguing world of North Sentinel Island and its inhabitants, geography and location. North Sentinel Island is located in the southeastern part of the Bay of Bengal, forming part of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, an Indian archipelago. Size and landscape. The island spans approximately 60 square kilometers, covered with dense tropical forest. It boasts lush greenery, pristine beaches, and a variety of wildlife. The surrounding waters are known for their coral reefs and rich marine life, adding to the island's natural beauty and isolation. The Sentinelese tribe. Who are they? The Sentinelese are one of the last uncontacted tribes in the world. They have lived on North Sentinel Island for thousands of years, maintaining a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. They are known for their hostility towards outsiders, which has helped them preserve their isolation. Lifestyle. The Sentinelese people live in small temporary huts and rely on hunting, fishing, and gathering for sustenance. They use bows and arrows, spears, and other simple tools made from materials found on the island. Their diet primarily consists of fish, fruits, and wild animals. The Sentinelese have no known form of agriculture or domesticated animals. Population. The exact population of the Sentinelese is unknown, with estimates ranging from 35 to 500 individuals. Their isolation makes it difficult to conduct accurate surveys, and their hostility towards outsiders prevents close observation. Historical context. Early encounters. The first recorded encounter with the Sentinelese was in the late 19th century, when British colonial officers attempted to contact the tribe. These early encounters were met with hostility and resistance. Subsequent attempts to establish contact in the 20th century also faced similar reactions, with the Sentinelese aggressively defending their territory. Protection laws. In response to these hostile encounters and to protect the Sentinelese way of life, the Indian government implemented the Andaman and Nicobar Islands Protection of Aboriginal Tribes Regulation in 1956. This regulation prohibits any unauthorized entry to the island and surrounding waters, ensuring the Sentinelese remain undisturbed by the outside world. Recent events. John Chow Incident. In 2018, American missionary John Chow attempted to make contact with the Sentinelese, believing it was his mission to convert them to Christianity. Despite numerous warnings and the legal restrictions in place, Chow ventured to the island. He was killed by the Sentinelese shortly after his arrival. This incident brought international attention to the island and sparked a debate about the ethics of contacting isolated tribes. Government policies. Following the John Chow incident, the Indian government reaffirmed its commitment to protecting the Sentinelese by enforcing strict regulations and patrols to prevent any unauthorized access to the island. The government recognizes the importance of preserving the Sentinelese culture and preventing the introduction of diseases to which the tribe has no immunity. November 2018, a young American missionary named John Chow arrived in India with a mission that many considered both noble and foolhardy. Driven by a deep-seated belief in spreading his faith, Chow set his sights on North Sentinel Island. Despite the Indian government's strict laws prohibiting contact with the Sentinelese, Chow's journey to the island was fraught with danger from the start. He hired local fishermen to take him close to the island, risking their own lives and breaking the law to help him. As Chow approached the shore in his kayak, he couldn't have imagined the deadly reception that awaited him. Chow's initial attempts at contact were met with hostility. The Sentinelese, armed with bows and arrows, made it clear that outsiders were not welcome. Despite these warnings, Chow persisted, believing he could win their trust through gifts and good intentions. His diary entries revealed a mixture of fear and determination, capturing his final days on the island. On November 16, 2018, Chow made his final attempt to reach the Sentinelese. As he landed on the shore, he was met with a volley of arrows. This time, there was no escape. The fishermen, watching from a distance, saw Chow's lifeless body being dragged along the beach and quickly fled to avoid a similar fate. The news of Chow's death sent shockwaves around the world, sparking a heated debate about the ethics of contacting isolated tribes. Some argued that Chow had no right to intrude on the Sentinelese, putting both himself and the tribe at risk. Others saw him as a martyr, driven by a higher purpose. In the aftermath of the incident, the Indian government reaffirmed its commitment to protecting the Sentinelese. Access to the island remains strictly prohibited, and the waters around it are patrolled to prevent any further attempts at contact. The Sentinelese continue to live in isolation, their way of life preserved by a protective bubble of legal and physical barriers. The North Sentinel Island incident is a haunting reminder of the dangers and ethical dilemmas that come with trying to reach the unreachable. As we reflect on this story, we must ask ourselves, is it right to disturb a people who have chosen isolation? Should we respect their desire to remain untouched by modern civilization? Or does the world have a duty to make contact for the sake of progress? The Sentinelese have lived in isolation for thousands of years, and their way of life is a unique and valuable part of human heritage. Protecting them from external influences is crucial to preserving their culture and preventing the spread of diseases that could devastate their population. There is an ongoing ethical debate about whether or not to make contact with isolated tribes like the Sentinelese. Some argue that they have a right to remain undisturbed and maintain their way of life, while others believe that contact could provide them with medical aid and other benefits. However, most experts agree that respecting their desire for isolation is paramount. North Sentinel Island is a place of mystery and seclusion, home to the Sentinelese, one of the last uncontacted tribes in the world. Their isolation and resistance to outside contact have preserved their unique way of life for thousands of years. As we ponder the future of the Sentinelese, we must consider the ethical implications of contact and the importance of preserving their isolation. This tale of danger and intrigue is a stark reminder of the delicate balance between curiosity and respect. What do you think should be done to protect such isolated tribes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating stories from around the world. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.